Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into my early LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising 2025 set review. Today we're looking at set number 71841. This is the Dragonian Storm Village. Has 305 pieces, retailing for $39.99 USD or $49.99 Canadian, beginning on January the 1st, but was sent to me early by LEGO and Land to do a review for. Personally, I think that this is my favorite set of the wave, just because of some of the minifigures and characters included in here that I definitely wouldn't want to miss out on another time. But I don't really see where the village part of this is coming from, but we'll have to wait and see. There's a couple of play features and different things in this. Maybe it'll change my mind once we build this. There are 6 figures. Something's weird about this, I think. All right, here's the whole thing built. There are time codes and chapters if you want to hop around to just check out the figures, different play features and stuff like that. The spinner, but let's go ahead and go through this. So here's the village on its own. I don't get this vibe from it at all. There's no like housing or anything for this. There's no building really for this. It's just sort of this center shrine here almost. I don't know. I really struggle with the name of this. I do not understand the naming convention for this set at all. Like looking here at the back, there's just a lot of empty space down below. I'm not impressed by the build of this. The only thing that I'll say that could maybe save this is future expansions, but even then, I'm really not too sure if that's even a possibility here. Like, for instance, over here on the side, you are able to separate this spot over here. I think you can do the same on this side, too. So, technically, maybe there will be expansions or something to this, and you can take this, I guess, and you could swap this over here if you really wanted to, but then it's facing the opposite way. So I just don't really get this. Anyways, putting things back the way they are normally, you've got this cage, and it's an interesting design for sure. Like the colors and everything, I think the pieces, the fact that it is on this unique angle is very special. But you can actually open it up here by pulling on these 2 parts to open it up, and then you can take one of the figures in the set images that has you put Zane inside here and lock Zane inside. Pretty easy to do. You can remove it like you sort of saw before, and you can, I guess, place it around the set if you wanted to. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting design. I do like how it's larger on the bottom. I think the parts that they used for that gives a really cool effect. You've got a little bit of like some plants growing up here at the top with the little Olaf minion hairpiece there up at the top for like a black branch for the tree. But the rest of like this corner section, you've just got this reddish brown vine coming out of the ground that continues throughout this here on the base, like these roots. I really like this. I think this is my favorite part of the build. This is sort of like the logos that you see up above from those banners. But anyways, I like the teeth there. I think that looks really cool. You can, of course, lower it and raise it if you want. There's actually a little bit of a gap underneath with some more teeth showing, as well as the eyes look really nice and red. But even the angle that that's on, it's not flat. It is actually sticking out a little bit there. I think that looks really cool. I like some of the masonry bricks and detailing underneath there as well with, again, that vine piece. And then over here on this side, you've got another vine as well as some masonry bricks and a little weapon rack there. There's 2 little clips that aren't being used. Got a big sword there as well as a little lantern that you can also move back and forth. You have over here the Dreams rope piece being used here in black, which looks pretty cool. So you can climb up this rock side. And you could stop at this next section. Again, just looking at those banners with those logos, looks pretty cool there. And you do have the horns that are in the banner there as well up above that with those tooth pieces. But then this is what's interesting. You do have a bit of a play feature where you can take one of the figures. I think they have you do it with Moro. It's a very weak build. As someone who, one of the very first sets that I owned was actually like a drawbridge play feature here. I'm not too impressed. But anyways, what you do is you pull on this here and it unravels the bridge. So first of all, I guess you can't have that with the sword. You can rebuild the bridge, which I think is an interesting effect. But let's try it again without that big sword build. So Moro will fall down there. And the build for that is kind of interesting, just what they've chosen for this. I just feel like it's very weird. I don't know if I've ever seen a set do something like this where the beam is so loose. It just sits across there and it's got that little tooth piece there that you can move up and down. It's just, it's a set. I'm telling you, it feels weird. Over here, you got this little vine, but I'm going to show you down below now. It's just a big black base with a skeleton there. And here's the thing. Some people, I think, have theorized, is this Moro's body? We don't really know. So, yeah, we'll have to wait for the show. But I just think it's interesting a skeleton is included where you drop Moro. I don't really know what that means, but it's just a lot of open space that I think for Village could have been better used. And then the rest of the build here, it's sort of like a temple. I don't really know. At least that's the sort of vibe that I get from this. From the top part here, you've even got one of the masks that you'll see in more detail that can be removed from up there on a black superhero stand piece that just fell off. But you've got two more red lanterns there, which look pretty nice for like detailing and continuing throughout the build. But this entranceway, it's not too detailed. You can take a figure and have them standing in the center there if you want. So I think that is nice. But besides that, nothing's going on. You do have this one branch sticking out here. Again, same sort of design that you saw on the cage, but it's got one of the dragon builds on that. Here's the spinner included. I've loaded it up with the figures already. You can have them battling and spinning it out there by easily just taking the figures and attaching them to these two studs there. It has the description say that you can actually have them sit, but I think they just meant like sit them inside of this thing here, not actually sitting down. So yeah, it's interesting. You can slow it down, you can speed it up, whatever you want. But the design of this, it's got some teeth pieces, some transparent red pieces, but even just the purple and the red color scheme looks really nice. And also you've got these really big blade pieces there, which look cool. And you'll see these in different colors, which looks great, I think, in my opinion, with this effect of like the solid color in the center and then it turns to transparent pink. We have to start with, I think, the coolest figure in the set anyways, Moro. I am very intrigued to find out what's going on with Moro's return. You've got writing there on the back in Ninjago. It just says his name there, M-O-R-R-O. So, interesting. But yeah, I like the tattered effect here. I like the shoulder piece there that's being used in dark green. The front torso with that little skull with the eyes lit up. The leg printing looks really neat. This is a great figure. I love the transparent green arm here as well. The sword is interesting too. I guess it's very in line with his color scheme and some of the things in the set. But anyways, removing this piece, you can see underneath that he's got this angry expression. The eyes are lit up there, some cheekbones, the eyes are all fiery, and then the hair piece there, if I remove it, you can see on the other side, he's got just a generic little smirk. He's got the same sort of design around the eyes, but they're actually just black and not green, which I think is interesting there. So overall, love this figure. Cannot wait to find out why he's here. The next exclusive figure that we're going to talk about here is Rogue. Whoever could this be with all the lightning effects and everything here? I don't know. You've got those black dragon blades there, which look cool for the handles for that. I guess spoilers if you have no idea who this is underneath, but removing this piece here, which looks great in dark blue. Oh my goodness. I know those freckles, those eyebrows. It's Jay. But anyways, looks good. I really like the torso printing there, just this design. Does feel similar to Moro's, tattered up there. I like the lightning throughout the outfit too. Leg printing looks very detailed, and over here on the back looks really great. Again, storm clouds, lightning, dark red symbol in the center looks nice. And then also you had this piece here that holds two katanas that you're going to see, of course, in a bunch of these outfits. But can't wait to find out more about Rogue. Here's the Dragonian Warrior. This is a very cool figure. They have a lot of different things that could happen here. with the armor, which I think is really unique to these enemies. So first of all, on the back, you are able to actually have this little dragon like fly off of that, which you just saw before. I like the wings there. They look really great, and you can flap them up and down. But yeah, it's a very simple build there. They've got those clip pieces that the wings attach to, but it's just interesting to have this on the back of this piece that attaches at the neck. It goes really low, even below the hips there. So I think that's interesting, as well as up above that, you can actually remove this piece for the mask, which has 2 black horns there as well. And for the face, but you could turn it around to give it this fire effect, and then you put the helmet back on, and it looks like the figure is now breathing fire out of the mouth there from the neck attachment, and now the mask up above. You also have this giant sword. Here's the face underneath. I like the big bushy eyebrows and dark tan and a little bit of like fluff around the mouth. And then here's what the fire breathing effect looks like on the other side. Here's the Dragonian Scout. This is the exact same torso and legs, but the head is a little bit different, especially because of the mohawk that is included. You can't have the fire breathing effect on the other side, but I'll show you that in a sec. Anyways, here you've got this giant axe build, which I think looks pretty cool. I like the design for that. It's simple, using the Monkey Kid hilt staff piece there. And underneath, he's got some dark tan on the bottom of the mouth, different expression there. You can see the eyes are sort of closed a little bit. And then on the other side, just a bunch of scales. Here we'll start with Zane. This is a great outfit for him. I believe he's like one of the main players of this season, especially because he's on the front packaging for these sets. But you do have this new blade piece here, this pearlescent transparent blade that is very special to a couple of these sets. The torso looks great, and the legs very, very detailed there. I love the design for them in this season, and I like this new hood piece here too. It looks great with like some of the scaling up above there. It feels sort of futuristic there, but still very classic Ninjago with the wrap in the back. Of course, have the katana holded there in black as well. And underneath, the same Zane face that we've been having for a while. You've got the angry expression there, and then the back torso looks really cool and very detailed. And also included is Nia here, who looks really cool. I like again, the design for her. Feels the same like everyone else's, but she of course has her colors there in the bright blue. And again, the outfit's very detailed, leg printing. Got a smile on one side, and then that little mask sort of effect as well on the other. I like that it's showing off their abilities as well. I didn't notice that until right now, with water and then the snowy ice on the other side. And then also you've got on the front their symbols that are hidden inside of the sort of torso design. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is my review of the Dragonian Storm Village. Going into this wave of sets, this was this one that I was most excited for, just going off of the name, because I love play sets. That's really the only thing besides the figures and characters keeping me intrigued by Ninjago. And this is definitely a letdown, in my opinion. It's not the greatest build. It's pretty weak with some of the play features. There's really only the one, I guess. You've got the rope that you can climb, but I don't know, I'm not impressed by this. I think the saving grace for this is the 7 figures if you include the skeleton, but besides that, not too happy about how this turned out. Maybe future expansions will change that. Just doesn't give a village vibe. We've had a lot of really great small play sets before, and this is just not one of them, I think. But Moro's back. That's great. I like that rogue figure, but what do you think of this? Are you excited for this set? Are you going to be picking this up? Be sure to subscribe, turn the bell notifications so you don't miss out on future LEGO Ninjago set news and reviews. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.